where scorn is bought with groans, coy looks with heart-sore sighs.
Move your hand.
One fading moment's mirth.
Move!
My line is next.
And I can't see!
Look, you don't have to write every word.
I'm not. I'm just writing your last few words, then my lines.
Well, then write faster.
I can't keep up with this playwright. My hand is aching and I can't move my thumb.
Well, be happy you have a job and stop complaining.
Be happy you had it.
What's this?
Mr. Shakespeare wrote 20 more pages to add to the play.
How is this possible? He gave us the rest just yesterday.
No one can write this quickly unless they made a pact with the devil.
Wait, look. The writing's different. Someone else wrote this.
The devil needs to learn to spell better.
You know, many have said that Shakespeare does not write his own plays. He's only been to grammar school. He has never been to court nor to foreign lands, yet he writes as if he knows all very well.
I always see him out about drinking and joking. How can he do this and write these plays so quickly? Someone must be helping him.
Also, there are noblemen who write and do not use their true names so as to not draw attention.
Why is that?
Many of these plays about the royal family are not always so positive. Some might take offense.
Then it's off to the tower.
And off with your head. I think you would look a little better without a head.
I was thinking that maybe some of you could help me write some of this down to relieve me a bit. What do you say?
I think we should ask Shakespeare if they're his plays. We have a right to know.
Look, he writes plays, very good plays. We perform them. The people watching are happy. If this Shakespeare's putting himself on the line instead of the real writer, that's between them.
He can tell us privately. We won't put it out.
Look here, I noticed that he writes his plays with different signatures. His real name is Shakespeare, and the plays say Shake-Spear. How do you explain that?
It's some kind of a code name, Shakespeare.
So his name is Shakespeare, and he's a landowner in Stratford?
All right, I'll ask him.
You ask a man if he's a fraud? How do you do that exactly?
Excuse me, Mr. Shakespeare, but something doesn't jive here. You brought up in Stratford, you lived your whole life there. Never a court that you say you wrote Hamlet. Caused me to remark, there's something rotten in the heart.
Excuse me, Mr. Shakespeare, we know you're no lawyer, but you wrote some arguments between Sherlock and Portia. You knew about Landers, but you never saw Venice. This leads me to say, there's just no way you wrote this play.
What's the place for Shakespeare? There are so many theories.
It could be Edward de Vere.
Many writers in the series. We know from the signature the book couldn't spell. Who writes the plays that we admire?
If I should ask,
Shouldn't ask, and I will tell.
excuse me, part of Avon. I hope this is no put on. You seem to know provincial terms. Where did you learn Italian?
You're a maven of Verona, of Florence and Padua. We would all like to know, wherefore art thou Romeo? Who writes the plays for Shakespeare? It doesn't really matter, as long as there's admission from an audience that gathers. He's got a good portrait, a name you can sell. What do you think should I inquire about it?
We're getting paid.
There is no need to tell.
Excuse me, Mr. Marlowe, or are you Francis Bacon? Some say the Earl of Oxford, or a name that's not yet taken. If you wrote every scene in A Midsummer Night's Dream, then would you want the world to see this is all your legacy?
Writes a place for Shakespeare, it doesn't really matter.
As long as there's admission from an audience that gathers. One day they will argue we wrote every show.